concept of our conference
Yes.
interested and involved a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
And Ludmila Kovalenko, a teacher of English from Krasnoyarsk, asks you, after watching your presentation in the plenary, how teachers can use Napster, Ning, eBay, LinkedIn, Slashdot in teaching English.
Okay, I think there's probably a little bit of confusion about the message there. That was the part of my presentation in which I was asking teachers to perhaps evaluate how digitally literate they were. And so those were really example sites for people to talk about, just to discuss their knowledge of what's happening out on the web. But now the question's been asked, and I've just been thinking a little bit about it. I think, those are real websites, and they do have uses. So, for example, it occurs to me that eBay is a place where you can buy and sell things. So if you were working with professional people, you could use eBay. The example of writing descriptions of products, for example, and deciding on prices for products and that kind of thing. LinkedIn, of course, is a professional contact, a professional social network, so it's a more professional version of something like Facebook, usually for adult people, employed people. So I guess, again, you could do work on curriculums, job descriptions, descriptions of past experiences, that kind of thing. Those occur to me. Ning is a social network, but you can have a private Ning. So you might have a class website with everybody contributing content, photographs and web pages and things like that. And I think the bigger question is probably, when we look at websites, what do we think of? If I look at Amazon, do I think that's an interesting bookshop online? Or do I think, wait a minute, I could do something with that in my class, book reviews, for example. So for me, it's not so much a question of specific websites, but maybe looking at the web in a different way. I hope that answers the question.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What I've heard, and I got to myself besides, is probably for the first time we are talking more this conference about teaching English for specific purpose and for adults.
Right.
Because previously we were talking more about school children.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good development of the conference issues.
Yeah, I mean, English for specific or special purposes is, I think, a growing area, and people specialise. And I guess, particularly if you're working in higher education, you're not necessarily preparing people for general English. You're preparing them for subject-specific things, or perhaps they're going to go into research. And so I think one of the things that technology does really well is provide real environments for people to practice their language. You can use PowerPoint to give a presentation, you might use the web to do research, and then give a presentation or write a paper. And so, for me, the technology enables those kind of interactions and that kind of teaching a little bit more, maybe.
Thank you very much. Thank you for participating in the conference
my
and
pleasure.
answering the questions.
My pleasure. It's been a great pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.